Thanks, Mom.
Don't get anything.
Forget about Daddy.
Montreal. Wow, look at her.
She always came here and she's a friend of, she called Yuk, but her English name is Sandra.
But I like Yuk. This is a cute name.
And she's a very, very good friend of Melissa. I think they get along very, very well. She has excellent school notes, and she devoted a lot of effort in her school and in playing piano and so on. Right? Is that about right? Yeah. But you want to add something to it? I know I have
to say to Mom and Dad. Thank you.
Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Be nice to her parents all year long. Wow, how nice, eh? She got very good results at school. Very good result in school. She was selected to represent her school at the school board talent contest premiere on Spectacle. And most of all, Sandra has always been a very nice and polite person to everyone. Congratulations to Sandra for being such a good achiever and participated in community work and also have a need for money to advance their education. And this year award, I'm glad to say it goes to Cassandra.
Which one? Cassandra? No.
Cassandra là một người được cháu học được điểm trung bình lúc nào cũng 84%. Và Cassandra hoạt động trong các hội đoàn Đông Nam Á và các hội đoàn ở trong cổ học. Wow. Chúng tôi rất hãnh diện về cháu và vừa đẹp vừa ngoan và có thể dành tiền được không? No, yes. Xin chúc mừng Hải và Mỹ Anh.
Cassandra has a little speech for us.
Oh, here. Oh. Yay!
Thank you back.
You're welcome.
I had a really wonderful year this year, and I would like to thank my mom especially. So thank you, ma'am, and my dad, and Calvin, Grant, all my friends, my family, Gakbak, Joe, so thank you.
Welcome.
Has a 84% average, which is pretty good. She studied archaeology. She participated in Southeast Asian Club, as well as archaeology investigating the ancient world. You know, I know Cassandra when she started growing up, her mother had time, but she changed a lot over the years, from a very strong-headed girl to a nice girl. And because of her mom, because of her participating in the community, and because of the need for advancing her career, she got the first prize, $500 from everybody in the family.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Chúc mừng con.
Jessica is a very, very well-balanced student. She has a grade A average. She also volunteered for the U of T lab and Mount Sinai Hospital. You know, when I was her age, I didn't do any of that thing. I think it's really good. I didn't do that. I think you did a lot better than me. But mind you, I make 96.4% average and so on and so forth. So I couldn't do that. But I didn't do all those things. And last year she had a coursework term in R&D, right? In Sanofi Pasteur. We are very proud of you, Cassandra. Jessica. Yeah, we're proud of you too, Cassandra.
Coming in.
Let me look for your work, Jessica. Just hang on to that for a minute, and here's the chance for you to express your thanks to others.
Hi everybody. Hi. Actually, I have a speech this year.
Yay!
Yeah, I suppose I have to make a speech. I feel like the last 2 years I totally failed, and I really disappointed myself more than anyone, especially on the grounds of how well I know I can write. So here goes. For a long time, the fear of disappointing myself was the single thing that motivated me to work. And although the rewards for the work was really satisfying, it was nowhere near compared to the fear and the prospect of failing. I'm not talking about failing courses, just maybe failing at meeting my own personal standards. And I think the education system has ingrained that in us as students nowadays, that making mistakes is the absolute worst thing that we can do. And for a really long time, I was a slave to that. But that's changed a lot in the last year. So exactly 1 year ago at the last Summerfest, Bucky took me aside and he said, you should get some experience, along with your degree. And funny enough, just a couple of days afterwards, I got my job offer at Sanofi Pasteur. For those of you who don't know, Sanofi Pasteur is the world's largest company completely dedicated to vaccines. So we helped make the smallpox vaccine that was eradicated, and every day I walked by a building that made the polio vaccine that was distributed around the world. So I got to work in R&D and work on several vaccine projects, and it was amazing and totally changed my life. So I learned so much there in the 8 months, and way more than I ever expected, and I got so much more out of it than I ever dreamed of getting for a co-op position. But I guess the thing that I learned the most, and the most valuable lesson, was that the lessons that we remember and the ones that stick with us most are the ones that are a result of the mistakes that we made. So while I was there, I messed up a couple experiments here and there, very minor stuff, but I always recovered, and I never made those mistakes again. And it helped me master my job there, and it really helped my coworkers learn to optimize other very similar experiments. So I guess So now when I go back to school and I screw up on a question here or there on my exam, I can breathe a little easier now. It's not the end of the world, because I know I'll learn from it. And I know that when I go to work, I can just look it up on the computer, and it's not cheating anymore, it's called being resourceful. So, moving on, I understand now on a much more intrinsic level that not all mistakes are awful, but all mistakes are just reminders that we're human. So I want to thank my family, my mom, dad, and Melissa for being there with me when I made mistakes, when I got things right, and all the ups and downs in the middle. So thank you.
Well, Mom and Dad, you didn't get much from her at home, but she taught a lot now, so take it in. Okay.